The creator of all is one, the only one. He is realized by true Guru's grace. War of Ramkali, third Guru, to be sung in the tune of Joda and Veera Purbani. Slok, third Guru. The true Guru is the field of serenity. He whom the Lord makes love it sows the name therein. The name sprouts, and in the name he remains merged. This pride is the seed of doubt. This doubt flees away from him as he does not sow the seed of pride. It no longer sprouts. He lives in the Lord's will and eats that what the Lord gives him. When the water blends with water, it cannot again be separated. Nanak says, such is the wonder of the life of the Guru Ward. O people, come and see. But what can wrenched people see, who themselves have no understanding? He alone, in whose heart the Lord abides, and to whom he shows, beholds him. Third Guru. The egocentric person is the field of suffering. He sows suffering and eats suffering. In pain he is born, and in pain he dies, and taking pride his life passes away. He realizes not the pain of birth and death. The blind man does blind deeds. He who gives him he knows not, but clings to that which has been given. Nanak says, one acts as is preordained for him. He cannot act otherwise. Third Guru. By meeting the Guru, everlasting peace is attained. But he alone meets him whom he himself unites. The sign of everlasting peace is attained. But he alone meets him whom he himself unites. The sign of everlasting peace is this, that the mind becomes pure. The doubt of ignorance is affected, and one obtains enlightenment. Nanak says, he sees but one Lord. Wherever he looks, there he finds that Lord. Pauri. The true Lord has created this world throne as a place to seat himself. The Lord is all by himself. Thus preaches the Guru's word. Through his omnipotence, the Lord has himself created and fashioned mansions and inns. He has made the perfect make of two lights of the moon and the sun. Of himself the Lord sees, and of himself he hears. By the Guru's guidance alone he is meditated. Hail, hail to thee, O true King, true ever true is thy name. Slok. Kabir says, grinding and grinding, I have made myself into the henna paste. But thou, O my spouse, took no heed of me, and applied me not ever to thine feet. Third Guru. Nanak says, I have become henna so that the Lord may cast his glance at me. He himself grinds, himself rubs, and himself applies me to his feet. This is the Lord's cup of love. He gives it to him whomsoever he pleases. Pauri. Of various varieties, thou, O Lord, hast created the world. In thy will everyone comes, goes, and merges in thee. Thou thyself seest and bloomest. There is no other but thee. As it pleases thee, so dost thou keep me, O Lord. It is through the Guru's word that I realize thee. All drive strength from thee. As thou willest, so thou drivest the mortals. As great as thee I see none. To whom else should I say and narrate my state? Slok. Third Guru. Strayed by doubt, I have roamed the whole world, and have gone crazy by searching. If the Lord does not grant peace, what power has man to force him? By Guru's grace, one meditates on God and keep him enshrined in his heart. Nanak says, when the Creator shows mercy, seated in his very home, one find his Lord. Third Guru. Running after worldly affairs, man passes his day, and the night he loses in sleep. By uttering lies, he eats poison. Like this, the egocentric departs wailing. Over his head is the death's mace, and through duality he loses his honor. He has never contemplated the God's name, so he continues coming and going again and again. If by Guru's grace God's name abides in his mind, death's mace does not strike him. Nanak says, by remaining in poise, the Lord is attained, and by his grace he is found. Pauri. Some are engaged in the divine laudation by the wisdom granted by the true Guru. To some he has blessed with his name, conferred by the Lord, immutable and eternal. The air, water, and the fire perform his service according to his will. They are in great fear of Lord. Such is the perfect make that the Lord has made. The one Lord's will governs all. One attains peace by accepting his will. Slok Kabir says, such is the touchstone of the Lord that no false one can stand it. He alone passes the Lord's test, who remains dead while yet alive. Third Guru, how can this mind be subdued? How can it die while yet alive? One accepts not the Guru's teaching and no one leaves his ego. By Guru's grace, one gets rid of egoism and then he is emancipated